Hey, good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Heather. How are you
Hello,
doing?
hello. John,
I can't believe
whose session are we on today? Where are people catching us on LinkedIn?
we're
Is it
we're on
your
my live stream
You're on
today.
your lives today.
Today,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
we're on my LinkedIn Live. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Happy to be here with all of you. I can't believe we're already into our second week of January. Like we're like,
John, can I tell you something? I need to tell you
yeah.
something. I
Go ahead.
missed
Go ahead. Go
you.
ahead.
I missed not doing our LinkedIn lives. I missed our audience. I was thinking of, the people that regularly join us, and I was thinking, geez, I hope that they're, setting their intentions and doing the right things. And so, for Felicia and all the other ones that join us on a regular basis, I was thinking about you over the holidays and sending you positive vibes. So I hope you got those messages through the universe. And yeah, like our routine and our intentions regular, and it got disrupted. I was disrupted. I didn't like it. So
Yeah. No,
I'm
I'm
happy to
with
be
you too,
back.
Heather. I missed you too. I missed being here with all of you. And actually, so I know people missed us because they reached out and they're like, so when are you guys back? You back on the second or the third? Like, when are you going to be like doing your lives again? So, hey, just kind of adding on and kind of tagging on to what you just said. Thank you for being here with all of us this morning. Thank you for being supporters of what we're doing with the Yes movement. And just thank you for, continuing to support us as we go through this, because this is, we talk about works in progress, right? And we are like the example of a work in progress. We are here today. We're here to share information. We're here to get you to say yes to the things that you want in your life. And that's what I'm incredibly excited about, because listen, life is so much more fulfilling, so much more enriching when we say yes to everything that we want, right?
Hmm.
The way we show up in the world is when we treat ourselves the best. And we talk about self care, we talk about all these different things, but it's really around us taking care of us, right? And when we take care of us, then we can take care of all the people around. And so we got a new guest this morning. Good morning, George. Actually, George, funny enough, um, I met him a couple of weeks ago, and I met him because he has the same last name as me. So George Ribeiro, George Alik Ribeiro. So good morning, welcome.
Oh,
I actually
hola.
ended up, yeah, I ended up taking a photo with somebody with three other Ribeiros, two other Ribeiros that all had the same last name, but not related. So it was really, really cool. Good morning, Rich, and hola de Porto. So we got, funny enough, Rich, I'm going to be in Porto next week. So maybe we can even talk and connect. Yes, we will. We'll connect and connect there. So excited to, wow, this year has been, it's only January. Like, I don't even know where we're gonna get to at the end of the year, but yeah, I'm really happy. Looking forward to connecting with you too, Rich, and just being a part of your community out there. This is going to be amazing. Ah, cool, man.
So exciting. So exciting. I
Yeah,
love this role reversal, John. Now you're doing lots of travel, getting everything going, and like literally since we spoke last, you've been on two trips and now you're leaving again. But hey, we're still going to do our LinkedIn lives because we don't let anything interrupt the commitments that we make to ourselves and to others. And so we're going to be doing some LinkedIn lives from Portugal, from Porto, right?
yeah. And there's a 5 hour time difference, so it's actually going to be afternoon for me by the time we do this. But yeah, no, I'm very excited, Rich. I'm very excited and looking forward to meeting you. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Gujin. And Happy New Year as well. Yeah, you know what? It's actually, and that's one of the things that we talked about that we want to talk about today. Today is really around intentions, around routine. I'm loving the love that's showing up this morning. Like I see the
Hmm.
love, like the hearts and the thumbs up. Um, it's just truly amazing. I can't, man. Like I'm so excited. So Heather, what what is your intention for 2023? I know we talked about this before we jumped off. Um, but yeah, what's your intention
Yeah,
for
and
2023?
I think I have a whole process, and we both have a process that we go through in reflecting of the previous year and then planning for our next year. But then what we do is, and what I've done is distill it down to one word, so that at the
Mm,
end of the week I can always reflect back on what did I do, what action did I take that helped with that one word. And my word for 2023 is strength. And so when I think about strength, it's both physical strength, like the manifestation of being physically strong, but it's also strength in consistency, strength in, the relationship building, strength in doing what I said I was going to do, strength in believing in myself. And so as I reflect in my journal, how has strength shown up for me? And so that's my one word, and it's going to take me through the whole year. Last year my year was movement, and so that got me to the top of Mount Tabuco. So like this stuff works, guys. Pick your word, distill it down to one word, because then you can reflect every week, what did I do that honored that word, that intention that I set for myself? So strength is my word for 2023. What's yours, John?
Yeah, no, mine. So I love that word, strength, and you can incorporate strength to so many aspects, and it's not just physical strength, although that's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
But mental strength, mental resilience, all those things that you talked about, strength and going, going after what you really want. I love that. My word for 2023 is really around building something big, right? In order to build something big in terms of what we're doing here, but also what I'm doing within my own personal business, it's really around abundance. So
Mm-hmm.
my word for 2023 is abundance, and really serving and being the most abundant I can be towards others, and bringing what I need to bring out into the world so the world can be, you know, and actually what just popped into my head is that pebble that we drop into the ocean, right? And it creates the waves and the ripples. When I think about abundance, I think about the pebble that I want to be in the ocean. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, you know what? It takes some time, but at some point you make giant waves, right? The
Yes.
little pebbles just kind of go out and just become the big thing. Um,
Well,
uh,
what I just visualized, John, and I don't know if this will resonate with you, but if you ever watch videos of a tsunami coming in,
mm,
it's gentle, it's slow, it's just, and then all of a sudden it's this force to be
mm.
reckoned with. So I see you as this force to be reckoned with, but you know what? It's just one little pebbles right now, and it's this force is going to be created. So I
Yeah.
love the word abundance. I think that's amazing. And guys, please feel free to put your words in the comments. We'd love to borrow your words at moments of time too. And that's the other thing. This is a great question you can ask with your team. If you were to distill one focus for the entire year down to one word, what would that be? People can do it pretty quickly. It's probably, at first they'll be like, I don't know. But if you just ask a few more questions or let time settle, they'll find that word, and then get them to write it down. If you're a team, write all the words down for your team. It is a great exercise, and the simplicity of it means that you're not worried about the list of to-dos that you have for 2023, your resolutions or your intention. It's one word, and therefore your actions then can always go back to, did that one word resonate with you? I love it. Consistency and focus. Kunjan. Courage, Felicia. Oh, courage. I love that one, because it is, how much time, how many days do we need to feel courageous every day from my perspective? So that's going to be an easy one and a hard one at the same time. Ooh, I love that one.
Yeah, so I am keeping track of the words. So Gunjan, I already had consistent for you in creation, consistency and focus. Felicia, courage. And I love that word because the truth is, we don't. So when I think about courage, and I think about it in this way, you only need to be courageous in moments. You don't need to be courageous. Like when I think about courage, you need to be courageous in the moments that you need to be courageous in. And let me just explain that for a second, because I know this might sound a little bit confusing. But you only need to be 5 seconds of courage to take action, 5 seconds of courage to connect with the people that you want to connect with, 5 seconds of courage to get on that stage. Felicia, I know you're a speaker, so get on that stage and start your talk. And once you get courage to get past what you need to get past, it creates momentum. And I love that.
Mm.
Courage, courage, courage. And Rich is saying his word is expanding. One word for me and my business is expanding self. I love that. So we are also going to keep track of all your words, and we're going to keep asking you, how are you doing against your words? I'm writing them all on my list, and I'm keeping track of all the names. So if you are listening in right now and you're not commenting, I want you to comment. Let me know what your name is. I'm going to keep track of your word. I'm going to hold you accountable to your word, because the one thing that really helped me in 2022 is the accountability piece. And one of the things this, how this show came to be was because of an accountability call that we had with each other. And if it
Hmm.
wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be speaking to somebody who's over the Atlantic, on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean in Europe, because we just didn't have that accountability to each other. So we're here to help you stay accountable to you as well. So let's do this.
I
So
love
if
it.
you
I,
if you
I
have your
love it,
word.
John. The accountability is really key. And, for any of you that do not have a journaling exercise right now, highly, highly, like this should be a non-negotiable for you for 2023. Even if you just wrote one sentence a day, just like that's a 30-second activity, and you wrote down the answer of how did I honor my intention today, and you did that every day for the 365 days, that word is going to show up so powerfully for you. It is going to be incredible. We talk about gratitude and writing down what you're grateful for. This is a muscle that you have to build to do the journaling exercise. And I love the pen and paper, but sometimes we don't have time for that. Sometimes you got to put it in your phone. So just open a folder in a note and just write down how you honored that intention today. And I guarantee you every day there's something that can show up. And John, mine's strength. So I'll talk about the physical strength. I am now doing a push-up challenge for myself and a plank challenge for myself. So I've got both going on. And every day I log the time that I'm doing for my plank, and I log how many push-ups I've done. And I can do lots of push-ups on my knees, but I can't do real push-ups really. So I just added on, and I'm very excited about this, guys. This is where you start. Where you are. You start where you are. I am now at 2.5 real push-ups and a half. I added a half today, so I'm like celebrating my half because that's 1/2 of a push-up more than I did 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. So I know that my strength, which is my word, is growing. Now it's only a half a push-up. I could choose to be like so frustrated and it's like 2.5 push-ups. Really, Heather, come on. That's not what I'm choosing. I'm choosing I honored strength and I added a half a push-up. So think about how are you also resonating with that word, and I'll use Felicia's courage one. In order to be courageous, we have to be scared. We have to feel scared out of our comfort zone in order to show courage. So most of the time, Felicia, you're going to feel like, holy crap, this is pretty scary shit because of the words you chose. So think big.
I love
John,
that.
you're
I love
so
that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so excited just to be back here, just to have these conversations with everybody, and just to be a part of this community, right? And what lights me up is we are sharing our own personal stories. So we're going through this with you. And the one thing I want, like, I need you to hear is, yes, we know things and we've been through things, we have certain experiences, but it doesn't mean that we stop in our own journeys. So we are constantly redefining ourselves in terms of who we are and what we're able to give out to the world. And yes, that half a push-up, Heather, congratulations. Like, who celebrates? Think about the corporate world, right? If we talked about somebody taking half a step towards something, taking or getting, half of something done, and we celebrated that, that would, we talked about motivation and encouragement this morning. What we want to do is we want to inspire, right? And that half push up is an inspiration to me. It's like, okay, so maybe I can push myself a little bit more on the bike today. Maybe I can push myself a little bit more in the pool today. Like, just that little thing. And the truth is, you never know who's listening to you as you share your own personal stories with the world. And that little piece could be, just the thing to say, to somebody else, to say, yeah, I can do have a push up. So maybe that's my goal for today, just half push up, and let's celebrate that, because tomorrow maybe I'll do another full push up, whatever that is. But celebrate those moments, and I love that you talked about that, because we don't celebrate enough.
We don't,
And
we don't
if there
celebrate the
was,
little stuff, the tiny incremental. I made a change today. I made a different decision today. I took action, right? So it's the little stuff to say yes. And Rich, I love your rocket fuel solution, which is that you visualize yourself in the future already living that life. And 100%, when you think about your word and then you're already there, here's the fun fact. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know that it didn't already happen. It's like, it's such a life hack for everything that we need to accomplish. Visualize yourself already doing it. So, yes, I'm at 2.5 push-ups today, but I'm thinking about my end goal. And I'm so excited about how many push-ups I'm going to be doing by the end of the month, because it's not going to be 2.5. It's going to be more than that. And then the next month and the next month. This is a really simple way to measure my strength with a number, right? I know how many push-ups I'm doing. So obviously I have lots of other ways to measure strength too, but yeah, I love it. Rocket fuel for our life, Rich. That is fantastic.
Yeah. No, I love that. Act as if you're already there, right? Act as if you've already accomplished the thing that you want to accomplish. Act as if you're at the outcome that you want, because it does make, it helps you with making those decisions. And I think about, so right now, as I'm going through my own personal workout routines, I'm thinking May 28, 2023, and I'm acting as if I'm already there and thinking about all the things that I've
Because
done
what
to
happens
get
on May
here.
25th? What happens on
Man,
May
I'm
25th?
doing a half Ironman in Victoria, BC. So that is my one of my big audacious goals for 2023. May 28th, 2023, Victoria, BC, Canada. I'll be doing a half Ironman, competing in the event because I've already signed up and committed, and I clicked on the option no refund. So there's no coming back to this, right? So this is gonna happen.
Wait a
This is
minute,
gonna
that's an
happen.
option they give you in an Ironman? What?
Yeah, for a partial refund, you can, for an extra fee, you can get a partial refund. I'm like,
Nope.
not gonna happen. We're just gonna do this. No refunds. We're just, listen, in life, there's no refunds. You just gotta keep going, right? Like, you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Thank you, Rich. Yes, I got this. But I'm not going to tell you I'm not scared. So, Felicia, I am going to borrow your word courage, when I need it most, because there's going to be moments, and there's moments as I think through this, I'm going to need that courage to step into it, right? I'm going to need that courage to keep going.
John,
So,
where
yeah.
will you need it? Because I know you did some swimming on your vacation, and you're like, this is
Yeah.
the space that I need the courage. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so one of the things I did while I was away is I had the ocean. So I had open water in front of me. And the waves were, a little rough. But one of the things I committed to daily was going into the ocean and just doing some swimming, right? Swimming in open water, because the Ironman is open water swimming. So I went out and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what I normally do in the pool, right? And like the pool, I can do like 1,500 to 2,000 meters, and like on my watch, it keeps track of all that stuff. So I get into the ocean and I'm swimming, and I'm like, I'm not moving. Why am I not moving? It took me half an hour to do 300 meters, right? And there's a cutoff time for the swimming component of the Ironman. It's 1 hour 9 minutes, I think, to do 2 kilometers of swimming. And I'm like, I just did 300 meters and it took me 30 minutes. I got some work to do, right?
That's your half push-up. That's the same. It's exactly the same. That's your half push-up. We are going to be strong and have abundance in our life, and lots of courage in so many ways. In so many ways.
Yeah,
John, how are we already at time? It's
I don't
crazy.
know.
I have an ask for everyone, and here's my ask. When we think about 2023 and the impact we want to make, one of the reasons that myself and John do this, 3 times a week, is one, it keeps us accountable. So we definitely are of service of ourselves, but then we want to be of service to all of you. And here's my ask: if you could share this with one person that needs to hear the message, one person that could benefit, and they don't have to come live with us, they can listen to the recording afterwards. That drop, that ripple effect, we know that we can impact and influence more people positively, with more people that are sharing what they're learning, what they're tackling, what their word is. So, that's my ask for you today. Is there one person in your life that you could share these messages with? It might be just what you've learned, or also invite them to come and join our Monday, Wednesday, and Friday sessions, watching the LinkedIn Live. That would be amazing, because me and John have big goals from an abundance point of view, from a strength point of view, from a courage point of view, to impact. What did we say, John? We said 100,000 people this year.
100,000 people this year.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Rich is giving us a venue to do that. So yes, Rich, we say yes. So yes, the Visionary Voyager show, absolutely. Yeah, we would. Yeah, wow, wow. Yeah, something magical just happened there. So I just want to say thank you for that. That was amazing. So yes, you know your work. Go out, share this with one person, and I know that's already starting to happen because people are telling me that it's already happening. So beautiful. Just keep it going. If you could really help us create more ripples in the world, I would love that. And we can get to the tsunami part. Tsunami's in a good way. So tsunami doesn't always have to be
Yeah, a
bad
good
things, but
tsunami.
yeah,
Like,
a good
yes.
tsunami. But yes, let's do that 100%. So with that, we're going to wish everybody an awesome Monday. We'll be back on Wednesday, and this will be also converted into a podcast. It'll be up on our podcast channel. But we just a reminder, we do have a podcast channel, and one of the things that we do have below, in case you still have to go through that worksheet and that reflection worksheet, that is listed below in the comments. So make sure that you get a copy of that if you haven't done it already, and do the work and find that one word, because I'd love to hear more about that one word on Wednesday when we get back together. All right, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Wishing you an amazing day. Talk to you all soon. Take care.